In the year 2045, the world had changed. Heroes had fallen, and villains roamed freely in a society that no longer knew what was right or wrong. Among the chaos, a team called the ThunderBolts was formed. They were a strange group made up of villains and anti-heroes, each with their own unique powers and troubled pasts. Led by the charming but dangerous leader, Baron Zemo, they were known for taking on the jobs no one else would touch. One day, the team received a call from the U.S. government. A mysterious threat loomed over the nation, one that even the strongest heroes couldn't handle. The government had no choice but to turn to the ThunderBolts. With a mix of excitement and nerves, the team gathered for a mission briefing. Ghost, a hacker who could blend into any electronic system, twirled her fingers in anticipation, while the brooding anti-hero, Punisher, looked skeptical but ready for action. "Why would they trust us?" asked Deadpool, his mask hiding a smirk. Zemo replied, "Because good and evil are not always black and white. Sometimes, the darkness is the only way to defeat a greater threat." The team nodded, understanding that, despite their past, they had a chance to redeem themselves and maybe even save the world. The threat was shrouded in secrecy. All the team knew was that an unknown group was planning a massive cyber attack on the nation's infrastructure. It could bring everything to a standstill. Ghost, with her strong abilities in technology, was eager to find out who was behind it. The ThunderBolts met in their hidden lair, a run-down warehouse on the outskirts of the city, divided but focused on their objective. As Ghost hacked into government files, she found traces of a dark organization known only as the Syndicate. "These guys are dangerous," she warned. "They want to shut down power, food supply, the whole shebang." The Punisher cracked his knuckles, his excitement for a fight growing. Meanwhile, Zemo laid out a plan for their first mission: infiltrate the Syndicate's headquarters to gather intelligence. Please support this channel by clicking the subscriber button, liking this video now, and dropping a comment. Thank you. The team prepared for the mission, each bringing their own skills to the table. The hulking figure of Thunderbolt Ross looked over the blueprints, while Yelena Belova sharpened her daggers. Even though they were all different, they had one thing in common: a desire to prove their worth. After a tense silence, they all exchanged nods, ready to dive into the unknown. The night was quiet, providing them with the perfect cover. Dressed in stealth gear, the ThunderBolts moved like shadows towards the Syndicate's fortress. As they reached the entrance, Ghost disabled the security cameras with a wave of her hands, using her hacking skills. Punisher grinned. This was his kind of action. He felt alive as they slipped inside, adrenaline rushing through him. Inside the building, they encountered a maze of high-tech defenses and patrolling guards. Yelena led the way, her agility allowing her to navigate obstacles with ease. However, things took a turn when they triggered an alarm. Bright red lights flooded the corridor, and the thuds of heavy footsteps grew closer. "We've got company," Ghost shouted, sprinting down the hall. With quick thinking, Zemo directed everyone to split up, using their unique skills to create a diversion. Thunderbolt Ross powered through the guards, while Deadpool danced around, cracking jokes to keep spirits high. They fought bravely, but knew they had to stick together. Their bonds began to strengthen as they learned to trust one another in the heat of battle. Please support this channel by clicking the subscriber button, liking this video now, and dropping a comment. Thank you. As the team managed to escape through a side door, they found themselves in a vast control room, filled with screens and blinking lights. Ghost quickly accessed the main computer, her fingers flying across the keyboard. Time was running out, and they needed to find out what the Syndicate was planning. They had to get to the core of their plot before it was too late. Suddenly, the doors slammed shut. A group of Syndicate agents surrounded them, armed and ready for a fight. The Thunderbolts stood back to back, their previous differences forgotten as they prepared to defend each other. Punisher took the lead, lunging at the nearest guard, while Yelena used her speed to grab a weapon from the fallen. In the midst of the chaos, Ghost caught sight of one particular screen displaying plans for the cyber attack. "This is it. We need to destroy it," she yelled. The team felt a surge of determination as they fought their way to the console. Together, they unleashed a flurry of attacks, relying on each other's strengths to overcome the odds stacked against them. After a heated battle, the ThunderBolts succeeded in taking down the guards. Panting and covered in bruises, they surrounded the computer. Ghost worked quickly to break the security codes. Zemo, standing guard at the door, could feel the tension in the air. "We don't have much time," he urged. Just as Ghost was about to finish, a formidable figure emerged from the shadows. The leader of the Syndicate, cloaked in dark armor, stared them down with a chilling smile. "You really think you can stop us?" he taunted. The team felt a rush of fear, but they knew this was their moment to shine. Please support this channel by clicking the subscriber button, liking this video now, and dropping a comment. Thank you. Yelena took a step forward, defiant. "You'll regret underestimating us," she shouted. The team united, channeling their unique abilities. Ghost with her hacking, Punisher with his strength, and Zemo with his cunning strategy. They engaged in a fierce battle, determined to finish what they started. The stakes couldn't be higher, and they fought like never before. The fight grew intense, with the ThunderBolts pushing back against the Syndicate's leader. Zemo showcased his mastery of strategy, while Ghost manipulated the technology to gain an edge. It was a moment of trust, as they relied on each other not just as individuals, but as a team. However, tension brewed among them. Deadpool's over-the-top remarks had irritated Ross, who growled in irritation. This is not a joke. But at that moment, they realized that in the heart of battle, they needed to support each other to overcome their differences. Just as victory seemed near, a shocking twist struck. They discovered a hidden message revealing that one of the ThunderBolts might be a spy for the Syndicate. Ghost's face paled in disbelief as she confronted a stunned Zemo. "You can't be serious. We fought side by side." The team held their breath, knowing that trust was fragile but vital for their survival. Please support this channel by clicking the subscriber button, liking this video now, and dropping a comment. Thank you. As the accusation hung in the air, Zemo felt the weight of doubt on his shoulders. He had always lived in shades of gray, but betrayal among the ThunderBolts felt like a stab to his heart. The team exploded into chaos, each trying to defend their innocence. Yelena stepped up, her voice steady. "We need to focus on the fight. We can't let suspicion tear us apart." Seeing the cracks forming, Ghost took a deep breath and addressed Zemo. "If you're with us, then show it. We trust you." Her words sparked something inside Zemo. He realized that together they stood a chance not just against the Syndicate, but against their own fears and insecurities. Re-energized by this newfound understanding, the ThunderBolts agreed to push aside their differences. They would face the Syndicate together, with their bond strengthening. They returned to the fight with renewed determination, each vowing to protect the others no matter what. The battle raged on. The ThunderBolts coordinated their moves, seamlessly working together. Ghost, still at the console, disabled the defenses while Zemo strategically directed their attacks. They fought not just for themselves, but for each other. In a climactic moment, Punisher confronted the Syndicate leader face to face. "You think you can bring chaos to our world?" Punisher growled, his intense gaze unwavering. "We're gonna end this right now." He charged, unleashing a powerful strike as the team rallied behind him. Please support this channel by clicking the subscriber button, liking this video now, and dropping a comment. Thank you. The room shook as they fought fiercely, realizing they were more than just a group of misfits. They were a team, fueled by the goals they shared. Each punch thrown and every blow exchanged echoed their newfound unity, showing that even from the darkest places, light could emerge. With one final effort, they overcame the Syndicate leader, taking him down for good. The central control was disabled, and the threat to their nation was officially neutralized. The ThunderBolts stood panting, breathless but victorious. They had done what no one believed they could achieve, turning their misfit status into a defining strength. As they caught their breath, Zemo addressed the team. For all our differences, we fought as one. We might never be the heroes the world remembers, but today, we became better than we were. Each member nodded, realizing that this mission had brought them closer despite their darker pasts. While they still had their individual battles to face, they were no longer alone. The ThunderBolts shared a bond that transcended their identities, interconnected through struggles and triumphs. They had proven their worth, not just to the government but to themselves. After the mission, the ThunderBolts returned to their lair, weary yet proud. Although the world outside still grappled with chaos, they felt different. They had honored their past, but forged a new friendship based on trust and loyalty. Zemo looked around at the faces of his team, filled with hope. "What's next for the ThunderBolts?" he asked, a glimmer of ambition in his eyes. Ghost grinned. "Whatever it is, let's do it together." Bound by their experience, the ThunderBolts knew their journey was only beginning. They had transformed from villains into a family, embracing their imperfections and using their skills to make a difference. Beneath the moonlight, they planned their next adventure, ready to take on the world as a united force. And as they drifted off to sleep that night, they dreamed of a future full of possibilities, together at last. Thanks for watching our own version of ThunderBolts animation. Please click subscribe button, like, comment, and share for more interesting videos like this.